It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And at center stage, it's the Raiders' leader at quarterback. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Raiders and the Barons on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas. And off we go from Las Vegas. Shepard now from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
On first down, Elliott. Over the middle, complete. That's McGee. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
They'll run on first down. Lucas. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company. Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of him. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss? Yeah, chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. And the Raiders have got him. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. A A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
The pickup there, 5 yards. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On second down, they'll run it here. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On third down, it's Lucas. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Up the middle they go. It's Lucas. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Elliott, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete. And his kick is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say for the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, 1st down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the 1st. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he'll decide to keep this once more. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Here's the option play now to the left, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Barons have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career, but he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
Extra point forthcoming. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the count.
And a loose football. And this is picked up by the defense. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill.
Now the ball comes loose.
The quarterback on the keeper.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. Look at the big man rumble. The 40. The 20. 10. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Point after try forthcoming. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. taken at about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards and the first down.
First down, Brooklyn.
(10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run the option right here on 1st down. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. And he's going to keep this again. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll drop the throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's good to make it 17-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down. See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. On now is the punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing to start the drive. Elliott buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off-play action. Elliott, he'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Elliott. And that's incomplete. Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Throwing to start the drive. Elliott. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 10-yard line.
Off the play fake, Elliott. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And we are keeping a close eye on his catches, a really close eye now, because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Elliott. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. That grab another career milestone for him. 900 career catches now.
All right, the applause is beginning, right? The applause is going on. That puts him just outside the top 20 all-time in the NFL. Next in his sights at 903, Wes Welker.
Rarefied air. Throwing throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's time. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. On second down, it's Lucas. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Elliott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline. But with great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll try the left side. Lucas. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all. 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And his kick is indeed good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Gets around him. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Nine yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores,
but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 2nd down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And for the 2nd time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Throwing to start the drive. Elliott throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Elliott toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground, and he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's the Raiders punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. It's fielded at the 45. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game. But I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them. Maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
And now this ball picked up in the end zone. Remember, this is a live ball. And fortunately here for them, he's going to be taken down before he can gather much momentum on the run back. So no fireworks on the final field goal attempt, and that'll do it for this first half.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And as you see, they were winners earlier this afternoon. 35-28 the final as they win by a touchdown. And finally, Monday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And they've had their way running the football, well over 100 yards already as a team, with 2 more quarters still to come. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Throwing to start the drive. Elliott. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. To throw on third down, Elliott. And that is incomplete. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
It's 4th down.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means